Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, February 26, 2019. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. What you'll see here is price continues to trend higher. In the previous session, we had a little bit of a pullback here from the highs. It reached a high of 28.14. That's also the high from this peak right here, 28.14. That is on December 3rd, so it came back and matched the high and pulled back some. The difference between the last two moves, though, is that this move was kind of a reactionary move after the initial sell-off, and then it got dumped again. This has been a strong uptrending market here since the last week of December. Every pullback has been a buying opportunity. Every pullback inside the PEMA trigger zone has been bought. And now, again, price continues to trend higher. We've had 1 to 2 day pullbacks, and that's about it. And this market continues to push higher. We may be getting close to a point where a major rejection occurs, but until we see that, every pullback is still a buying opportunity until proven otherwise. So this market continues to show strength here. While we could begin to see some sort of selling pressure, again, we got to continue to watch to see if the trend sees a break or some sort of significant rejection. Keep an eye on 27.95 intraday. Price is developing a little box below that area. Above 27.95 could spark a trend higher the rest of the session. Failure to hold 27.80 could open up more weakness. Here's a look at the NQ. You'll see right here that the NQ also showing strength here, continuing to trend higher. Has reached the 71 to 7150 zone, not quite at the 7200 level, but got to 68 half. 2168 is also the FOMC key level from November 8th. Came right to that level and has backed off. Continues to see uptrending behavior. Again, there's also a small little range that is formed below 7110 in the intraday chart. Above 7110 could open up a trend day up move. Failure to get above 7110 could open up a retest of lows. So that's the intraday idea. Overall, still uptrending behavior until proven otherwise. Crude oil saw a major break in the previous session. A big breakdown. We talked about the potential to see a bounce, especially on a swing basis from the zone. We talked about the 54.55 to 55 zone of support. After price broke through that area, coming back to that zone provides an opportunity for bulls to look to defend for a shot at continuing higher. It is prices below the 8-period average over the last 2 days. That's right in the trigger zone, and again, off of this support could provide a nice lift higher. If price does bounce, we could be looking at a move back towards 60 bucks. So this could see a nice continuation towards 60. So this could be about a +5 handle move from where we currently are up to the next area above. Price needs to continue to hold above 54.55. Failure to hold that level could open up weakness back toward 51.20. And if you look at the intraday chart, we want to keep an eye on 55.80 today. A push above 55.80 could spark a continuation to the upside. So keep an eye on that zone. Lastly, taking a look here at gold futures. What you'll see with gold is that we've had a pullback, but we haven't had a bounce just yet. We've had a pullback, and then we've kind of sat still. This is kind of what I've been talking about for a couple of weeks now. Every time we push higher pretty strong, we go flat, then we push higher, and now go flat. So I wasn't very keen on seeing a bounce here off this zone. It was more likely that we were going to see some sort of sideways type of action first. We may continue to see more sideways action before we see that continuation. While the trend remains higher, we could see, again, further sideways action before we see another pop and a continuation toward the 1360 zone. Again, 1360 was the top end of our resistance, as high as 1375. One more test into that area could be seen ahead before we start to see some sort of major rejection ahead. Alright, that is it for now. We'll see how price plays out the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room.